Hi, welcome back. I'm glad you could join me today. You ready to do a fantastic little painting? Good. Tell you what, let's start out today and have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with me. And while they're doing that, let's look up here. I have my standard old pre-stretched canvas up here. It's all covered with a nice even coat of liquid white, and it's ready to go. So let's go. Thought today we'd do the little animated opening. That's the one you see at the beginning of each show of this series that just sort of pops in with the music. That's a beautiful little painting. It only takes a couple of minutes to paint it, but it takes a lot of fantastic people a long time to animate it. So let's do that one. I'm going to start today with a small amount of phthalo blue on the 2-inch brush. Just a little bit of blue. Just tap it. And maybe we'll reach over here and get the least little touch of phthalo green. Least little touch, very strong. And we'll go up here and let's just bounce in some happy little areas up here in the sky. Phthalo blue and phthalo green. Now this won't be an exact duplicate of what you see at the beginning of each show, but it'll give you an idea of how it was painted. It's almost impossible to paint an exact duplicate, and we never try to paint exact duplicates. Okay, maybe over here we'll put a little bit more, wherever you want it. Just drop in some happy little colors. Let them bounce around and play. There. Now the color is continually mixing with the liquid white, and you get all these different values and shades. Let the liquid white work for you. This is a lazy man's way of painting. That's why I like it so much. I'm basically a very lazy person. There. And we have a little water in that painting, so while I have this on the brush, tell you what, we'll just mix a little more color right on the brush, and let's go down here and just put in a little bit of water. Pull from the outside in, like so. See, by mixing those colors on the brush, you get all kinds of different colors that are happening there. And from the other side, we're still pulling from the outside in, and I'm leaving a little area open here. If everything works out just right, that'll look like a little sheen of light coming across the water. Now just barely touching, you can go all the way across and bring everything together. And that little light area remains there. And then we can very gently just blend the corners of this out, the edges out. There. Don't want to overblend this. I want to leave it sort of rough and ragged right now. That's what my dog says, is rough. That's what he said, and he sat down on the sandpaper. Rough. There. Okay. Now then, let's wash your brush. And we just wash it, as usual, in odorless thinner. Shake off the excess. And just cover the whole studio. Okay, let's put some big clouds in there. We just use a 2-inch brush today. Yeah, you could do this with a fan brush or a 1-inch brush. Just pull it through, straight titanium white. A lot of paint on the bristles. Okay, let's go up here and put us in a little cloud. Maybe there lives a little cloud right there. And just use tiny little circular strokes. Just sort of mix it up, wind it up. There. Okay, and big old cloud lives. Yep, there he is. There he is. Son of a gun just floats around there and has fun all day. And try not to stay in one area and keep working it. It'll just turn into a great big cotton ball in the sky. Keep your brush moving. Don't try to work on the same area over and over and over. You'll be much happier with your clouds if they're loose and free. There. Okay. Maybe some right in here, wherever you want them. Just sort of make a big decision where clouds live in your world and drop them in. There we go. See there? But you can make a sky full of clouds in just a few minutes. Doesn't take long. These old big brushes will do fantastic things for you. There. Maybe there's another one right there. And the paint's quite thick here. In order to do all this blending without it just mixing together. You need a very firm, dry, thick paint. I can't say that enough. I know you hear me say that over and over in show after show, but it's most important. If you're going to get the best results, a thick paint is an absolute necessity. And we'll wash the brush again. Okay, now then, nice dry brush. And I just want to blend this very gently. Just blend it. Just sort of stirring it up. And I'm not touching the top much at all. I'm trying to avoid touching the top of each cloud, mostly the bottom. And every once in a while you can just beat the brush a little. That'll take off the excess paint without going through the whole cleaning procedure again. There. And at this point, don't expect your cloud to look like it's finished. It should still look a little rough. We're going to blend it yet. This just blends the bottoms out. Gets them ready for the next step. Knock off the excess. Now we're going to fluff these up just very gently, barely touching the canvas. Grab these little son of a guns and just lift them up. That's all there is to it. Lift them, lift them. Let them get fluffy. See what a difference that makes. Every once in a while, knock off any excess paint. Continue to fluff. Work in layers. There. Now very lightly. 2 hairs and some air. All we're going to do is just gently. There's a hair on the canvas. All you do is take a corner of the brush and lift it off. There. Very lightly. Just enough to take out the brush marks. And that easy. You got a fantastic little sky. Okay. Now then, today we're going to make some little foothills back here. And so for that, I'm going to take some blue and a little bit of white, little touch of the midnight black into it. So we got some phthalo blue, midnight black, a little touch of white. Looks like there might be a little touch of phthalo green there too. That was an accident, but it's fine. And we'll put the least little touch of crimson in there. Okay.